We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Gain of 22 yards.
To break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Barkley. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Taken down at the 50-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Once again, it's Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
To throw is Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as
good blocking, and he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the returner. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
2nd and 10.
They'll go again here with Williams.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
And it's 3rd down.
Dak facing 3rd and long. On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Whoa! Very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Donovan Ezaraku there to make the play. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Hurts. Going up top. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Barkley. This will not do the trick. They stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. To throw, Hurts. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap to Prescott. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Nakobe Dean gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. And he'll get forward for a couple. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. A handoff, running left, it's Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Eagles. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. On second down, it's down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
On play action, here's Hurts. Pass into the hands of the fullback. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. On play action, Hurts. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Pistol now for Prescott. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Nolan Smith getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Yeah! Here we go.
Now Prescott. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. On the return, it's Covey. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll get about 2. Nolan Smith makes the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Nakobe Dean in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Prescott now. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. This is caught. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of Scrimmage, and that's all.
On the tackle.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Talk things over before third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll push forward for about a yard. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up
Second down. Prescott. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Dak Prescott sacked. A loss of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Third and a long way to go. Back to throw is Prescott. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside is on 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. It is 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Now Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. Thinking Hurts style there. Big play on 4th and long.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a...
It is brought in the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 6. To throw is Prescott. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack. And that flag is probably on the offense as well. So backed up after the sack. And now it's third and long. Throwing is Prescott, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for first and 10. Room to run at the 35. And he will score again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Third and long. Dak to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. We're about ready now for the punch, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for first and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
First down.
Good.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now a give to Barkley, running right.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession.
And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, Philadelphia. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Williams gets it on the draw. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back. Back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Dak to throw. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike. And if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL. And so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Down the sideline, past the 40. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. So, a big one there to start the drive. A gain of 48. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll run for the 1st time with their full. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Great.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. Saquon going to try to run it in. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it's a win here for the Eagles. And this was It's as good as it gets, all three phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post a lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X